Hi guys, I just want to share with you a byproduct that I've produced from after doing my coffee staining. I'm going to share with you I coffee stain using instant coffee. That's one method, and I also like to take the opportunity of a free product which comes from the coffee machine at work, and which is the compressed used filter granules. This is available at work for me for free. It's just going to get thrown in the bin. We produce at least 2 trays worth at least every single day, and that's nearly 360 days of the year. So it is obviously a really fine product after it's been compressed and then filtered through. So you've had your cup of coffee. I have tried in the past laying my paper straight down onto this bed of filter coffee and discovered that all the little granules get moved around, agitated, and then get on my paper. It's not a problem until you take the paper out. A, it can be a little difficult in this tray that you don't rip the paper in the first place, and B, you're now left drying a piece of paper with all these little floating coffee granules. So to overcome that, I've moved on to using calico. Calico is a cotton fabric mostly used in the designer world for either just doing just samples. It's a cheap go-to product, not something you're necessarily going to find yourself wearing. It's like a lining fabric, and I use it, I apply it into my tray to prevent the coffee filter from getting chance to form on my paper. You can see that this is a beautifully stained up piece of calico now, where it's been sitting in the coffee. I've done nothing more than use this tray and this filter coffee for the last 3 days. If I wanted to achieve a simple piece of coffee staining, I apply the paper into the water, and the water is probably a few millimetres above the calico, and so this floats on top. With the calico and the fabric, I can just pull at a corner and then pinch my paper and easily remove it from this tray. As time goes on, and I've done a lot of coffee staining, the water has been soaked up by lots of the paper, and you will find then that I've just got a wet surface on this piece of calico, and that's when I tend to get the best effects on my paper. I get this really dark grungy staining. So I will apply, this is just printer paper, so it isn't very heavy in weight, very absorbent. It goes into the tray, which at this point is just damp to the touch, so this water isn't floating on top anymore. Apply my paper and I will gently press it down, maybe with the back of a spoon, and then I will leave it for at least 2 to 3 hours. Then I will come back, and yet again using the fabric corner to help pull out the paper, you will find that you will get a much darker and grungier appearance this way. So guys, that's just sharing with you just some of the byproduct with the filter granules and how I get some of my much darker discoloration on my printer paper. Right guys, I hope that will be of some help to you, and I will catch up with you later. Bye bye.